This is the 1-1C lesson, solving linear equations. In the previous lesson, we studied linear expressions. When we set two linear expressions equal to each other, we create a linear equation. Let's look at a previous example from the 1-1B lesson. A salesperson earns a base salary of $300 per week, plus $20 for each item he sells. He sells X items in 1 week. The salesperson also spends $40 a week on travel expenses. If you remember this problem, we said that the expression was 300 plus 20x minus 40, and we're going to keep it unsimplified for now. Part B, if the salesperson made $860 last week, how many items did the salesperson sell? Create a linear equation to solve. So 300 plus 20x minus 40 equals 860. I'm going to do this problem 2 times to show you 2 different ways to organize your work. Either way is acceptable and great. There's not a better way, but maybe you have a preference. You might even change your mind based on the problem, or you could do a combination of these methods. But obviously, normally we only solve it one way. So one way, the way I prefer, is I like to do a vertical technique. 300 minus 40 is 260. Additive inverse, I'm going to subtract 260 from both sides, or add negative 260. I like a vertical technique because then I can subtract and line up my digits for subtraction. And you can see I did the same thing to both sides of the equation. Then when I do my multiplicative inverse step, I do divided by 120, like this. And I get 60 divided by 2 is 30. Another way that is common and also great is doing your additive inverse step more horizontal. If you'd prefer to do this, and maybe doing your multiplicative inverse more horizontal. But you're going to do something that looks like either the blue or the red, maybe a combination depending on the problem. Part C, a solution to an equation is a number that makes the equation true when substituted for the variable. Verify that your solution to the example above is correct. We're going to take the original equation with no modifications. We're going to plug in 30. And now we're just going to number crunch. We're like a human calculator in that we are not going to do something to both sides of this equation. We're just simplifying each side on its own. Just like PEMDAS, 300 plus 600 is 900. And 860 is 860. So that is true, or I just put a check there. 860 isn't the answer, 30 is, but it did verify or check out. Next one, we're not going to focus on tiles, but I am going to use the tiles to set up my equation, which is that on the left side of the tile mat, I have 5 rods or 5x tiles, 8 unit tiles that are shaded, which means they're negative, 2 shaded x tiles or rods, and 4 unit tiles on the other side. All right, so now you're going to start to decide which technique you like. I'm going to do vertical. You can do horizontal. I'm going to combine like terms. 5x minus 2x is 3x. Additive inverse, I'm going to add 8 to both sides to make some 0 pairs. And I'm going to divide both sides by 3 to get x equals 4. Verifies, we're not going to do these for all of them, but let's practice another one. We're going to take the original equation, and we're going to plug 4 in. 5 times 4 is 20. 2 times 4 is 8. 20 minus 8 is 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. Just so happens that that is the same as my solution. And again, we're not doing verifies for all of them unless it says to, but verifies are great because we can check our work. So even if we don't need to do them, we might choose to do a verify. And that's what a verify looks like. I did not do any steps that look like this, where I'm moving things over the equal sign, or like this. I'm just doing one side. In a sense, I'm kind of covering up this side and doing the left side and seeing if it matches the right side, and then unhiding the right side.